This video is brought to you by Squarespace. Need a website and don't know how to make it? Leave it to Squarespace. Hello everybody, and say hello to my kitten Crackers. Today Crackers is going to be designing a character for us, and we are going to be drawing that character. Also, I do apologize, the audio is a bit doo-doo in the first part of this video, but oops. Okay, let's go. To design our characters, I'm going to create pieces of paper that have options for our characters. I'm going to rip them apart, ball them up, and then throw them for Crackers to decide for us. Starting off with gender, we have she, he, and you guessed it, they. Do we have any pre-game opinions, Crackers? Nope, okay. We don't want him, getting any ideas for cheating. Our next attribute we have, what will our character be? And by what, I mean, will our character be, will they be a human? Maybe they'll be like a furry character. Well, this is a mermaid, of course. Boop, boop. Oh, I'm winging this. Look, he's like, hey. Okay, next up we have the age, and this one is going to be interesting. I'm not really sure how I'm going to do the age. Maybe we can do we'll just give a range. This is so random, I don't know what I'm doing. Oh my gosh, I did not just put myself in the 30 plus as if I'm the same as a 90-year-old. And then we can do 50 plus. I feel like 50 to 70 is different from 70 to 100, but I've made my decision. Now hold on. We're a little early. I love the enthusiasm, Crackers, but let's wait 1 second. It's not fair until they're all crumpled. This one should be pretty simple. We have height, so is our character going to be short, average, or tall? Ooh, are we making a decision? Okay. I love how into this he is. Just like our height, I want our body type to be completely random, so I'm going to go with a thinner character, a more average character, and a bigger character. Hair type might be a little bit more complicated because we've got both long and short, we've got curly, we've got styles. I think I'm just gonna go off of vibes. We'll go short and straight, short and curly. Oh my god, did I just put straight twice? Yes, sorry. Happy Pride. Long and straight, long and curly. All right, body mod, I'm talking piercings, tattoos. You guys know I love a good color scheme. I hate making decisions, love limiting my color palettes. So I thought it'd be fun to celebrate Happy Pride by selecting a pride flag for our color scheme. Okay, that felt hateful though. What is this black? That red was not red, that was an orange. Oh, this is already bad. Why? Oh my gosh, what is happening? This is not purple. This is not, oh my gosh, I love the way Sharpies overlap. Maybe I should do Sharpie art again. This is pretty bad looking though, I will say. Actually, when I put that last color, that looks pretty cute. I feel like you can't go wrong with most of these color schemes. They're pretty good. And for our final flag, we have gender fluid. My apologies to any other flags that did not make the cut. I'm actually excited. These color schemes seem pretty fun. I hope Crackers doesn't cheat. You can kind of see the colors on the outside because I put so much ink. I don't think Crackers will cheat. I trust the little guy. Also, he doesn't know what the hell we're doing. All right, I'm excited to see what Cracker chooses. Let's design a character. Starting off with the gender, pronouns, or just the look of our character, we have they. For the what of our character, we are going with the mermaid body type. Body type, creature. The age range of our character is going to be in their 20s. The height of the character, and being a mermaid, this could have been a super long mermaid or a super short, like a crab character. But we have average, so for the body type, our character is going to be on the thinner side. For our character's hair type, we are going with short and straight. Does our character have any body mods? Tattoos. And the part I was actually the most excited about, our color scheme. We have the lesbian plaid flag. What the? I'm gonna keep it in, the lesbian pride flag. Everyone say thank you, Crackers. You may go play now. I'm excited to create this character. but I'm gonna have to keep you guys on the edge of your seat to thank the video of the sponsor. I do that every time. Squarespace. I was told you need a website, and now I will tell you why Squarespace is the best way to make your own website. Start off with a professionally designed, award-winning template and easily customize it to your liking. Display your art in a gallery or even create your very own online store where you can sell your art. Easy online payments? Yes. Built-in tools for inventory, shipping, and fulfillment? Yeah. And with Squarespace payments, you can give your customers more ways to pay, accepting popular payment methods like Klarna, ACH Direct Debit, Apple Pay, Afterpay, and ClearPay. Wow. I'm eating soup. Head to squarespace.com for a free trial, and when you're ready to launch, go to squarespace.com/KaseyGolden to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. Thank you so much to Squarespace for sponsoring this video. Let's design this character. So right away, jumping into this character design, I was really intimidated, and that's just because my brain right now and being creative, it's just not happening. However, I took this character design slowly. I felt like it was very open to a lot of artist interpretation. Sure, we have, 8 or so restrictions that are telling me what to do. It's pretty open-ended. I mean, it's kind of like a gingerbread cookie. Sure, you have this cookie cutter of a character cut out. However, you still have to give them clothing, mix your colored icing, the details, the backstory. Anyway, I started off with a few heads just to try to get a vibe for this character. Were they going to be a little bit more on the girly side? Were they going to be a little bit more on the androgynous side? I think the lesbian flag really influenced me. I just wanted to get the colors, but in my head, they're a lesbian. They're a they, feminine leaning character. They're primarily a they. They also are okay with she. I know the stereotype for mermaids is to be this beautiful young lady underwater, but I just can't get over the fact that a human underwater makes no sense. She's gonna get soggy. The human parts just aren't meant for swimming. So I kind of like to give them a fishy vibe, even on the human bits. After sketching a few very quick poses and choosing my favorite, I really started to get my sketch down really detailed because I'm just really horrible at accessorizing, period. If I had it my way, this character would be naked and I would be done with it. But in reality, this is just going to be much better of a character design if I give her clothes, accessories, a little bit more of a personality. Especially when it comes to mermaids. Their clothing is not going to be the same as our clothing. Their accessories are not going to be the same. In fact, anything flowy is probably going to just fall right off of them. So I feel like a lot of their clothing is probably going to be skin tight or strapped on somehow. Strapped on. So once I had the sketch down, the design part was out of the way, but now I had to really take a look at the colors we were limited to. And to be honest, thank God we got the lesbian pride flag. I kind of want to do this again because this was so much fun and the flags have really interesting colors to play around with. This was a very easy start. I had pinks, I had yellows. I was able to achieve a skin tone pretty easily. Now, when it comes to my rules with the colors, obviously this is for fun, so don't even think about calling the art police if you think I'm breaking any rules on this challenge. I'm approaching the colors in a watercolor style. Just take that watercolor and water it down and mix them together however I please. So I feel like with digital artwork, it's kind of the same thing. I'm making it transparent, I'm mixing them together, I'm layering. Now, I'm not one to lay out colors before I jump into something unless it is particularly challenging, especially with digital art. It is so forgiving. You can remove layers, undo. There's nothing wrong with experimenting with putting down colors digitally and then just redoing them. With watercolor or any other traditional art supply, you kind of have to plan them out first. So I think maybe in that aspect, I probably would have done some thumbnail colors to try out different color combinations, but I feel like by the time I finished the line art with this character, I had been thinking about the colors and how they're going to interact. But also mostly I think I just started with our reverse mermaid pet fish guy. And oh my God, the reverse mermaid pet? How have I never drawn a reverse mermaid pet? Look at him. I sketched that so quickly and I didn't really think much of it, but I kind of fell in love with it. Anyway, back to the colors, and went from there just putting colors down that were really helpful with contrast. When it comes to limited color palette challenges, you really have to use contrast to help you, and that is something that I still struggle with to this day in my art career. There were a few areas that really needed an extra push of contrast, so I did use a little bit of black, don't tell anybody. I used black for the line art, so I kind of felt like black was fair play. I don't know if you could tell when I was designing this character, but once I had the, I guess, naked body of her down, I was like, okay, here we go. And then I thought to myself, no, you gotta add clothes. She's a mermaid. Usually they just pop some shells on the titties and call it a day. But this is a character design. We gotta try something. And by try something, I mean give her a belt, some random underwater mermaid bead things, an unbuttoned shirt, a chest binder? I really like the idea of this character being a very rough and tumble sort of she, they, tomboy. And when I think rough and tumble, I think put a band-aid on it. It's like the cutest character design you can do. Just put a band-aid on it. Also, I was reminded of Mulan, so I think I was getting this, you know, at the end of the movie where she's all wrapped up and her shirt falls off, but you see her all wrapped up, but you know there's boobs there? It's like that, but mermaid fashion. It's more aerodynamic to wrap them up tight. You guys don't get it, you're not a mermaid. And for the sake of contrast, I put a few bandages on their waist, on their, I keep calling it a mermaid tail? Their tail, right? Maybe she likes to pick fights. Maybe her reverse mermaid is actually an attack reverse mermaid. Oh my gosh, I wanna write a comic about these two now. Oh no, too many ideas. I just love this reverse mermaid guy. Now, they are underwater, so obviously the cigarette is not going to be smoked, but think of them as like the Little Mermaid. You know, they're picking up garbage and they're like, look at me, I'm smoking a cigarette. Don't I look cool? My reverse mermaid pet fish. I love him so much. With his little collar around his ankle, that's the real character design in this video. The little pet fish guy. Oh my gosh, what are we gonna name him? Okay, long story short, I fiddled around with adding some color to the line art, added some gradients here, some shadows there. I didn't focus too much on making this look realistic because I just like to put shadows where they look good. Where will it help the design pop, not necessarily make it look 3D? Oh, and did I forget about the tattoo until the very end? Absolutely I did. It was in the sketch, but then I just kind of pushed it to the side until the very end when I decided that I need to check to see if I did all of the requirements for this character. When it came to her tattoo, I also thought about putting it on her mermaid tail part, but then I started to think about the way tattoos work. Would it work the same way on a scale? Assuming that this mermaid has scales? I mean, not that there's any rules here, but I did decide to go with just a skin tattoo. Assuming that's skin. The tattoo is of their pet, which I still haven't named, Pubert. I forgot there was a reverse mermaid that I made out of felt years ago on a YouTube live stream, and the chat decided to call it Pubert because it also had, you know, little pubes. And with Pubert, I think that's a great stopping point. So much fun with this challenge. This is probably the best illustration I've made in many months. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.